Hello, my name is Sean. Today we'll be going over scalar dials. Now, as a prerequisite, you should learn intervals. There is an intervals video, so I'm not going to go over how I get intervals and all that, but let's get through this module. So, there's a lot of information to cover. First off, you're going to need, this big screen obviously. And this big screen will have a clef and 3 notes. There are 3 different clefs. There's a treble, alto, and bass clef. In this case, this is an alto clef. And the notes, you can basically, if you don't know the notes, here's usually how I do it. I usually do it by where on the line it sits, such as if it's on the line or in a space, and then which one it is. Then I'll basically describe the note, then the sharp. So it looks something like this. So this would be a 5th line, filled, stem, sharp. Next one is also a 5th line, but this time it's a hollow, stem, sharp. Next one is 4th line, hollow. And no accidentals for that one. And then the next thing I need to do is set these dials over here to the lowest tone. 1. So I'm going to tell my expert 159 is my starting notes, and then finally I gotta tell him the time, which is going to be, it's going to be 60 plus 57. Sorry I didn't do this for an earlier time, so this is going to be basically 107. No, 117, my bad. 117 minutes. I'm going to tell him the time for that, and then I'm going to compare whatever note this is playing to this note. I'm going to tell the interval as well as the comparing of up or down. So from here, it goes up, and it's a major second. So this is a major second going up. Now I'm going to compare the first screen to the other ones. This is a major third up. And finally, perfect 4th up. And that's how I like to do it. Alright. So, first things first. We gotta figure out what these notes in the main screen they are. Do so. Here's an actual keyboard of the entire thing. So I'm gonna go to the alto clef notes. I'm going to find 5th line. 5th line is going to be an F3 plus any accidentals, which is a sharp. So this is going to be an F3 sharp. And this is also going to be the exact same thing, so F3 sharp, because it's the 5th line. But this one's the 4th line. 4th line is going to be A4, and there's nothing else. So this is just A4. Then I got to figure out which one of these notes are actually being played. Because when I press the main screen, one of these 3 notes are actually being played. To do so, I have to do this formula, which is going to be 3 minus the minutes remaining, which is 117 modulus 3. So let's see here. 115, is it? No. 160? No. Actually, this would be 0, because 1 plus 1 plus 7 is going to be 9. So it is divisible by 3, so this is going to be definitely a 0. So 3 minus 0 is going to be 3, so that means the 3rd note was playing, which is this A4. So we're going to find A4 on this keyboard, right over there. And then we got to go up by the number of, intervals, half steps, that's dictated by the major second. Major second is going to be right there. All right. And I'm sorry I didn't clarify that any sooner, but this is all the intervals. Each one has a name. Perfect 1, minor second, major second, minor third, perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth, minor second, major seventh, major seventh. And this is a major second, which is kind of a difference of 2 half steps. So I'm going to go up, because it is a difference of up, 2 half steps, including any of the black notes in between. So I'm going to go up 1, 2. This is a B4. Note this, the note being played here is definitely a B. And the reason why I've set each dial to the lowest tone is because that's the starting of the scale. And the starting of the scale is always going to be the root of it. So in this case, the scale being played by this dial is going to be a B scale. And I have to do the same with the other ones. Right? So now we have to go from this B and go up a major third. A major third consists of 4 half steps. So starting at B4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is going to be a D sharp or E flat. So I'm going to write both. And then we have a perfect 4. So we're going to find perfect fourth, which has a difference of 5 half steps. Start B again, because that's the screen we use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's an E. Now going back all the way up here, we're going to use the note on the screen as our column. So here's our F sharp / G flat. And then we're going to use the scale for our row. B is over there, and that's going to give us a number, which is 8. So we're going to set that one to 8. Set the first dial to 8, And we do the same for each one. So we're going to do F sharp again, but this time with D sharp or E flat. This time it's E flat, which just means it's the E flat scale. And that's going to be a 7. And finally, we have E being the scale, and A4 being our note here, which is going to be a 5. 8, 7, 5. Now I'm just going to place these somewhere else. I'm going to place them right there. That should be good. I'm going to get rid of these because I don't need that anymore, and send it to 8, 7, 5. All right, now we need to get the information on the screens. And we need the exact information too. So for the first one, it's going to be first line, filled flag. And this is a flag. Then we have fourth line, filled flag, sharp. Then we have third line, hollow, stem, sharp. And the colors they're exhibiting is white, black, black. That is the background colors, that is. So now we have to go through this. We don't have to know these notes in particular, but we need to know exactly each one. So first we have a first line, filled flag flat, which we need to find on here. Now, what's easy enough is that all these notes are color-coded. Anything on the line, is going to be colored red. Anything in the space is going to be colored blue. So we gotta find a red note in this case, which I'm going to say it's right there because I saw it firsthand. This is our first line, flag, filled, and it's a flat. So that's one of the notes that we need to find. The other one is the first note of the screen, which is going to be that fifth line, sharp, filled So I need to find another red note. See if I can find it. Is this it? No, that's a flat. I want a sharp, but that one has a flag. I hope it's not. Oh boy, it's all the way over there. Alright, so I gotta go from here to there and count depending on what the background is. If it is white, we gotta count all the red notes in between. If it was black, we count all the blue notes in between. In this case, it's white, so we're gonna count all the red notes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And that's all the notes in between. So 34 for that one. And we do the same with each one. Alright, so this time I'm going to find the screen first. So this one's going to be a half note here. I'm going to find, that's a, oh, here it is, right there. So that's our screen, and now we got to find the other one. Let's see, it's going to be a fourth line, which it's not going to be there, so it's going to be one of these up here. Fourth line, sharp, here it is. And since it's black, we're going to count all the blue notes now. So, start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29. Last one. Alright. We gotta find another red note that's on the fourth line this time, which is going to be this one right there. That's going to be our screen, and then find the third line, which is also going to be red, and it's going to be a sharp. I'm going to try to find it the best way I can right now. Okay, that's not hollow though. Oh, there it is. So we just got to count from here to there all of the blue notes since it's black. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 blue notes. And we're done with that. Then take each number, module 10, which means you take the rightmost number, so we don't need any of those up numbers, and that is going to be our new positions for each of those dials. So I got to set them to 4, 9, 3. 4, 9, 3. And we're done with that. Alright, the last bit. We're going to need the information on the screens again. But we don't need necessarily like what they look like. Just we only need the where position they are in any accidentals. So this would be a third line flat. Then we have a third line. And we have another third line flat. So we got to figure out what these notes are, which is going to be pretty easy. We go back to the autoclave. We find C4. So this is going to be C4 flat, and same thing as a C4 flat, and this is going to be C4 as well. So we just basically figure out what our notes are. But now we need to figure out what the notes being played by each of the dials on that current position. We can do a little bit of math for it. So I said it was 4, 9, 3. right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 4, and then I'm going to subtract it by the initial positions when I had it, when I was checking it. So 4 minus 1 is going to equal 3. I'm going to do it for each one. 9 minus 5 equals 4. Then I also have, 3 minus 9 equals negative 6. Then I'm going to module 10 each of these. So basically this is already there, this one's already there. If it's below 0, we're going to add 10, so this becomes a 4. Then add 1 to each. 4, 5, 5. And that is going to be which note on the scale is going to be played. So I'm going to go to each scale right now. So the first dial was playing a B scale, right there. And I'm going to go, it's the 4th note that's being played. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is going to be this note right there. If you go back to treble clef, on that last line, that's an E4 being played. So that's an E4. We're going to do it with each one. So we got to find the E flat scale, which is going to be right there. And we're going to do, 5 times. It's the 5th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is going to be this one. Go back to the treble clef here. It's the 3rd line, B5 flat. And finally, we got our E scale right there. And it's going to be the 5th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be the same thing as a B5, just no flat this time. All right, we got our notes from the dials. We got our notes from the screens. Now we have to figure out the intervals between each one. So what we have to do is go at the keyboard, find C flat 4. So if we go C4 and then go a flat, which means we go down a half step. So that means we go down 1/2 step. This is our C4 flat, which is the same thing as B4. So don't worry about it. Then we need to find E4 on here, which is right there. And we're going to measure the distance between the two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what has a difference of 5? Which is a P4. P4 is going to be our first interval. And we do the same with each one. This time we have a C4. We have a C4 for that. But now we got a B flat 5. So we're going to find B5 and then go down 1/2 step. And then we're going to count the difference between the two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What has a difference of 10? Which is this one, a minor 7. Then finally, we have the C5-4 again, which is right there. And this time, we have a B5 right there. Count the difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, notice this only goes from 0 to 11. If it exits out of this range, subtract it by 12 until it is. So 12 minus 12 is going to be 0. 0 is going to be a P1. Okay, now we got our 3 intervals. What we got to do now is use each one. So P4 is going to be a 2. Minor 7 is going to also be a 2 for the second one. And P1 is going to be a 7 for that one. And we're going to multiply all of these numbers. So 2 times 2 is going to be 4. 7 times 4 is going to be 28. All right, then we need to convert this into binary. So to do that, I'm going to divide it by 2. It makes it 14. And if the number is even, we're going to put a 0. Otherwise, if it was odd, we would put a 1. That is this number here, not this number. 14 divided by 2 is going to equal 7. It's an even number, so it's a 0. 7 divided by 2, however, is going to equal 3. Excuse me. But but 7 is an odd number, so this is going to be a 1. Then it's 3 divided by 2 is going to equal 1, and since it's an odd number, it's 1, and then 1 divided by 2 is going to equal 0, and that's also going to be a 1. So, you keep doing this until you reach basically 0, okay? Then, we're going to read the binary from bottom to top. So 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Now, if the number of digits of the binary is not a multiple of 3, or it's not like 3 itself, we're going to add zeros to the very beginning of it until we get a multiple of 3, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is definitely a multiple of 3. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to take the colors, actually, the colors of the screens, which is going to be white, 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 and repeat that same pattern. If it was white, white, black, we would repeat white, white, black, white, white, black, white, white, black, and so on and so forth. But in this case, it's all white, so we're just going to fill it with all whites. All right. Then, Then, for each digit, if it is black and a 0, we will place an X. Otherwise, if it's a white with a 1, we'll place an X. Otherwise, we put nothing there. Right now, it's a white with a 0, so we put nothing. This is a white with a 1, white with a 1, white with a 1, white with the 2 zeros, and that's it. Then we're going to count the number of X's, which is going to be 3, and that's when to submit our answer. Well, that is, you take the number of X's modulo by 10, and that's when you submit the answer. That is when the last seconds digit on the countdown timer is that number. So we're going to wait for 3. And that's the solve module. I can't tell you how many times I've messed this up. And sorry it's taken me quite a long time to do this. Alright. How about I do something that's more expert? And I'm sorry if I make any mistakes or anything, but I'm going to try my best here. So this time I'm going to go with a more advanced approach here. Okay, easy enough. It's a treble clef. So, I got a treble clef. I got an A4. No, that's not A4. I got an A5 whole note. A C, let's see, C5 sharp, half step, half note. Then I got a C sharp 5 quarter note. Jeez, I can't spell. I really can't spell. Alright. Okay, my notes are at 673. Alright. If I can calculate this right? That's 60 plus 58. 118. 118 is not divisible by 3, by 1. So modulus it would be 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. Second note is being played. Okay, so second note is C sharp. So that is going to be an F scale. Yep. B flat scale. And E scale. Alright. So all they gotta do now is, that's how I would do it as diffuser. This is a more advanced version, so if you're not following along, all I did was I calculated what the bottom time was going to be in my head. And then from taking the intervals, I can already tell what the scale being played is. Now, if I really want to make sure, I'm already also pitch perfect to a B flat. Na, 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 na. That is definitely an F. And that is definitely a B flat because I'm automatically tuned to it. And that's definitely an E. And that's me going by intervals. So now we take each one. So A, F is going to be 9. Let's see, C sharp. And this is going to be for both of them. Where is it? So there's C sharp. This time it's a B flat. So this is going to be 1. B flat and E. It's going to be 4. Ta-da! So we got our next one. 9, 1, 4. I'm going to copy these, place them right there. And just to make sure. Yeah. That is definitely, yeah. I'm just trying to make sure and not screwing up right now. Alright, then we gotta do this. Now, I don't really necessarily have to give, I don't have to necessarily give the exact notes. I can just say my spaces. And I can make that easier for the expert. But if the expert knows what the note is, I'll give it to him anyway. In this case, this would be a C5, a G flat 4, and an F sharp 4, as well as other notes. So this would be second space quarter note, fourth line quarter note, flat, and then fourth space sharp half note. And I did that kind of backwards, but it's fine. Half sharp. So now I gotta find all these things, and this is usually more tedious one. I gotta find the one, which is this one over there. Then I gotta find the second space, wherever it could be. Trying to look for a filled. Nope. This right there, and it's black, so we're gonna count all the blue notes in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I'm probably going to make mistakes here, but it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just showing you the way I'm approaching it. Anyway, let's see. C5, treble clef. C5 sharp. That's going to be the space into half note. So space, nope. No. It's a C5. Oh, there it is, right there. Then we need fourth line, quarter. 1 quarter flat. That's that. That's that. Probably skipping it by this point. Yeah, I am. Skip it. Oh, there it is. No, that's a half note. I'm looking for a quarter note. Quarter note. Where are you, quarter note? There's that, right? Oh, it's right there. My bad. I think I was looking for a half note, and then I saw it, and then I was like, wait, no, it's quarter note. My bad, guys. Okay, now it's white, so we have to count all the red in between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. And then, gotta This time it's a quarter note. Jeez, finding this thing. Oh, there it is. C sharp 5, quarter note. Then gotta find fourth space. Just down at the very bottom, and it's a half, and it's a sharp. The blue ones are much easier blue ones are usually easier for me to find than it is to find the red ones. Oh, is that it right there? Yes, that's it. Alright, so you gotta count all of the blue notes in between, which is going to be 1. Only 1 from here to there. So this is gonna be 1. So module 10, this is 501. One. Okay, do our usual math here. 5 minus 6 equals -1. Then we have 0 minus 7 equals -7. And then we have 1 minus 3 equals -2. Add 10 to each of these, so this becomes 9, this becomes 3, and this becomes, well, add 10 of these, 8. And then add 1, 10, 4, 9. So then we have to figure out which note is being played. So on an F scale, if I'm expert, right? If I'm expert, F scale, the 10th one. The 10th one is going to be the highest note. The highest one is going to be an A6 on an F scale. I don't have to look this up anyway. Notice, well, I haven't discussed this in the last one, but when it gets to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if it goes way high up there, don't fret. Go to, well, basically go to this one, right? Go to wherever the highest note is, which is going to be that F5. And then you're going to go on the keyboard. For every space in line above it, you're going to go up 1. So there's going to be G5 and then A6. A6 is going to be that note up there. We're going to do for the rest of them. So for a B flat, that is going to be E flat 4. And for E, if it's the 9th one, that is going to be an F sharp. Let's see. This is for 5, 5. E scale is right there, and you see it's right up there. Go back to the treble clef. Treble clef's F5, but with an additional sharp. So now we need also the other notes too, which I'm going to tell them straight away what exactly those notes are. That is going to be a C5 flat. This is going to be an F4. And the other one is a G sharp 4. Alright, then we got to take the intervals of each one. So now me being expert, so I got A6, which is right there, A6 to C5 flat, which is right there. That is a minor 7, I can tell with my eyes. F4 with E flat 4 is going to be a half step. Not half step, a major second. And then with G sharp 5 and F sharp 5 is also a major second. Alright, then we need to do these numbers. So we have minor 7, major second, major second. Alright, so I guess the way I would like to do this is do 4 times 13 first. It's going to be 40 plus 12. It's going to be 52. Alright, then do 5 times 52. Which is going to be 10 plus, well, 5 times 5 is 25 times 10 is 250. So this becomes 260. And then we gotta convert this into binary. Divided by 2 equals 130. 0. 130 divided by 2 is going to equal 50 plus another one, which is going to be 60, and then another, let's see, it's going to be 50 plus 15, right? That's going to be 65. 0. 65 divided by 2 is going to equal, let's see, 30. And this is going to be 2, remainder of 1. I can already tell you the rest are going to be pretty much zeros until the very last one. 32 divided by 2 is going to equal 16. 16, 0, 16. Oh, we don't need these anymore. Guess I don't think so. 16 divided by 2 is going to equal 8. So 0. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 0. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 0. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 0. 1 divided by 2 equals 0. 1. So it's going to be 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's already a multiple of 3, so we don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So we can get rid of all of that. Now we have our colors. White, white, black, white, white, black, white, white, black. White with a 1, X. White with a 0, nothing. Black with a 0, X. White, white, black with a 0. White with a 1, white with a 0, black with a 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. We're going to submit this on a 5, which we just passed. And I'm sorry if I made any mistakes, but this is the way how I do it. And as you can see, it's pretty inaccurate, but I digress. Well, that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope all of you liked this tutorial. Until next time, guys, see you later.